So first of all, I created a puppet William Shakespeare type character made out of lots of combinations of shapes and designs. I then split it apart because I want to take it into Procreate to make it into layers and groups ready for Procreate Dreams. So I've imported the picture into Procreate because I want to be able to cut out the individual items like arms, group them together, or the legs, or the head, or the body, so that then when I bring it into Procreate Dreams, it's already set up as a rigging structure. And you can see here it's got different parts ready to go. I can then even grab the file from Procreate, bring it into Procreate Dreams, and it puts it on its own individual track, but then it just remains as one thing with all the layers intact. But to be able to animate each part of the character, I first of all need to convert the layers into tracks, as you can see here. Now this process is really important because I need to go into each group or collection of layers that I want to manipulate and animate and basically move the anchor to the different point. So you can see here I've got the body and the head, I can move it and rotate it. And then if we go to look at the arm, I've grouped it so that you've got the forearm, the upper arm and the hand all separate, but they control each other, as you can see here. So I put the anchor at the top shoulder, and then I put one in the middle on the forearm, and then finally on the wrist. And then if you see, I can manipulate the hand independently, I can do the hand and the forearm, and then I can do the whole arm, which gives me great flexibility when I come to animate. And I need to do this for every part on the character. So once I've gone through the process of moving the anchors to where they need to be on the different parts, I'm going to hide the mouth track because I want to be able to replace it with a lip sync animation of a mouth.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him.
So in that example, I brought in some audio, and then basically I've got one track which has got loads of different drawing layers on it with all the different mouth shapes, and I can split the track so I can just hide or show the different mouths. And you can see here that there's a closed or a smiled one, and I can do the same with the eyes, so I've got a blinking type effect, and it creates a nice little animation, but you have to manually be able to do it.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him.
So basically, using the Animate to Audio tool in Adobe New Express, it's got loads of characters to choose from which will animate to your own voice, or you can choose an external voice. And basically I've got these lips and I put it on a background which has the same colour as Shakespeare's head in my puppet. And again, using this TikTok voice generator, I can even create a funny voice for my Shakespeare quote. In this case I've got C-3PO from Star Wars.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
I can then download this voice as an MP3 audio file and then go back to my lips and use that to animate the lips using the power of AI in Adobe New Express. And you can see here it's doing its thing, and then lo and behold, it's got the quote.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
And then I just download my speaking lips as a video file, which I then import into Procreate Dreams, resize and put it on the head. Although you can hear it, you can't see it at the moment because I've hidden the clipping mask underneath. Once I turn it on though, you can see there's a yellow drawing underneath, which marks the area where I want the mouth animation to take place. I'm just testing it at the moment by scrubbing through the timeline, but you get the idea. So I also want a nice cartoon background of something like a castle, so I've gone back to Adobe New Express. I've used the AI tool, which is the text-to-image prompt, and there you can see I've got a choice of different ones to choose from after putting in a prompt like a medieval castle courtyard, and I've chosen one, and then I can download this as an image, which I will then use to bring into Procreate Dreams and use it as a background for my character. And now inside Dreams, I'll just turn on that track and you can see the castle background and also the final result, using a mixture of keyframes on the different rigs that I've set up, like the arms, the head, the body and the legs, and it gives a nice little animation, plus a great lip sync mouth animation.
To be or not to be, that is the question, whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles.
So there you go. I hope you have as much fun as I did making my cutout puppet animation. It was fantastic.